What is the difference between demand and quantity demanded? And our junior tutor has written that demand depicts the relationship between price and quantity demanded. According to the law of demand, an increase in the price of a good decreases the quantity demanded because goods and services become more expensive for consumers to buy. Therefore, consumers will demand less of these goods and services. Quantity demanded refers to the number of goods and services that consumers demand at a given price. So, if we are to draw our supply and demand graph, quantity on the x-axis, price on the y-axis. Got upward sloping curve for supply and a downward sloping curve for demand. Of course, where they meet is the equilibrium or market clearing price. Q star and P star denote the equilibrium price and equilibrium quantity. So demand, when we refer to demand, we refer to this line as a whole. And when we refer to quantity demanded, we refer to a point on this line. So at P1, the quantity demanded on the demand curve is going to be Q1. At P star, the quantity demanded on the demand curve is going to be Q star. And at P2, the quantity demanded on the demand curve is going to be Q2. So sometimes there is a change in demand by some changing factor, and sometimes there is a change in quantity demanded. The only thing that will lead to a change in quantity demanded is going to lead to a change in quantity demanded is a change in the price. That's as we just saw right here at P2, there's going to be Q2 quantity demanded, a low amount. At P star, there's going to be Q star demanded, the equilibrium amount, and at P1, there's going to be Q1 demanded, a large amount. So that's what we talk about when we're talking about a change in quantity demanded. When there's a change in demand, there's a number of factors that include this, or that can cause this, I should say. So a change in technology can cause the quantity demanded to increase. Instead of trying to remember them all off the top of my head, I'm just going to Google them. And when we're talking about a change in demand, we're talking about a shift of the demand curve. When we're talking about change in quantity demanded, we're talking about a movement along the demand curve. So when we say demand increases, that would be something like D prime. I don't actually need to do that. So when the demand curve shifts, if demand increases, that'll be a shift to the right. Demand decreases, it'll be a shift to the left. When it shifts to the right, we'll then have a new equilibrium. Call this Q prime. Call this P prime. So we see if demand increases while supply remains constant, there will be a larger equilibrium quantity and a higher equilibrium price. Yes, the change in income for the consumers. If you're on a very low income, you probably don't have much demand for a Lamborghini. But if you come in to a large sum of money, maybe you will. Changes in expectations about the future. So maybe you think, maybe it's the summertime and you think the price of a snowblower is going to go up soon. That may increase your demand because you don't want to pay the higher price in the wintertime when you may need a snowblower. Composition of the change in taste. So 10 years ago, Champion was a garbage Walmart brand, and there was not a lot of demand for it. At some point in the last couple of years, it became cool. People's taste changed. As a result, the quantity demanded went through the roof, and so did the price. And so on and so forth. There is a couple more. If you're interested, I'd recommend Googling them yourself. It's a pretty interesting area of economics. Yeah, that's correct.